mean that you were bad. Here, give those to me. You don't need them anymore, do you? Yeah. Maybe you should have used the old boxing gloves just once more. Because I don't think we broke these in enough. They're still a bit hard, I guess. I'll put those in your bag, okay? Okay. Yeah, this one's even worse. By the way, your left hook today was just really good. Also, you were really using those uppercuts today, and also like your elbow, like you did at the very end of the elbow. Yeah, that was amazing. Honestly, like your opponent didn't see that coming at all. Like they were so surprised when you did that, and I mean obviously it landed. So I think had the fight gone on for like 2 more minutes, then you would have won by KO. But yeah. Okay, honey, you're a little sweaty. Did you shower? I always say that like a small towel goes a long way, because the big ones are obviously for showering, but the small ones you can use for almost anything else. Yeah, your face is a little red, but it's not too bad. And look at you, you didn't even break a sweat. All that endurance training and stamina training we did really improved how long you last. Like obviously through the whole fight, but like how long you can fight at top level energy wise. Okay. stitches needed or anything, just to clean away the blood a little bit, and then I'll put a band-aid on top. Just that looks a lot better already. Remind me that I put this sponge to dry, okay? I don't want to leave it here. Okay, band-aid. Let me just dry the skin. Okay. And then I'll put a band-aid. It's not gonna be anything fancy, okay? This is just quick and dirty. Now we're home and I can do this better. Oh no, darling. Okay, please don't say that to yourself. Please don't say that about yourself, okay? You did awesome. And I want you to remember that. And okay, would you like white or brown? Brown, alright. Okay, where was I? I was telling you not to talk this way about yourself. Yeah, don't talk that way about yourself. You managed to land so many good hits. You had so many great techniques. You are truly fighting at your best today. And just because you didn't win doesn't mean that the fight means any less. If anything else, you gained experience today, okay? Can we just see how big we need? It's really small, so I think this will be enough. Okay. Yeah. And I don't want to hear you talk negatively about yourself again, okay? First of all, that's disrespectful to me as your trainer, because I did an effing great job with you, and you were my best student, and you did so well today. And just like you did everything I taught you. The other person was just a little bit better, and that's okay. I read somewhere that you don't fight against your opponent. You fight against yourself. And so your goal shouldn't be to beat your opponent. Like obviously you should beat your opponent, like ideally, but your number one goal should always to beat yourself. And that means beating the version of you that previously was. So your goal is not to be better than your opponent. Your goal is to be better than yourself, if you get what I mean by that. Exactly. And now tell me, were you better today than you were in your last fight? Yeah, so accomplishments today. I'm happy with how you fought. I'm happy with the end result even. Because even though you lost, it got you experience. And I was also talking to the trainer of your opponent, and I said that it would be a good idea for the two of you to train together. And I think so too, because there's only so much you can do with me. You need someone like who's more on a level with you, like also in the same weight class, obviously, and you're also closer together height-wise. And I think it would be really good for you and in the future for your experiences if you train together. Okay, now let me put this over your the cut. Okay. Does that feel okay? Good. But, because I knew that if you lost you were feeling bad. And even, I mean, please don't think that I anticipated that you were going to lose. I would have given them to you anyway. But seeing that now you did lose, I think that they can actually be a little good luck charm for the next time you fight. But I got you something. This is a miniature version of the boxing glove you use. Only difference is these are tight and don't use Velcro. And maybe they can be your lucky charm, and you can use them and keep them in your bag, take them with you to fights just to remind you where you came from and where you want to be, and just to show you that there are always fights to fight and fights to lose and fights to win. And in a boxing fight, for there to be a winner, there has to be a loser. Sometimes you're the winner, sometimes you're the loser, and that's okay. And the same goes with life. Sometimes you won't achieve what you've dreamt of. Sometimes you won't achieve what you've always wanted, or what you think you wanted, or what you think you needed. And sometimes you will feel like you came out losing, and that's okay too. And it's okay to feel bad about it, but in the end you can't let the negative experiences and the negative feelings overtake the positive ones. So you have to let those feelings coexist. It's not healthy to shut up the negative feelings. So if you feel like you need to cry over your loss, like over losing the boxing fight, then by all means do that. I'm just here to tell you that what might feel like the end of the world isn't. And if you think that there's no way you will ever come back from this, just know that there is. And you can be sad while knowing that it's gonna get better. Personally, I find that I cry or I feel sad much more freely if I know that, or if I remind myself that it won't last forever. So I allow myself to feel the sadness, and I allow myself to let the tears flow, because I know that by next week I will look back on this and say, okay, I'm glad that it's over now and I'm better. And that helps me like come to terms with the negativity of it. Am I making sense to you? Anyway, there you go, love. Yeah, okay. Now, okay, let me actually undo your braid, because criticism and not shutting negative feelings down. Because sometimes you just want to be sad, and then go be sad by all means. That's fine. You won't get to where you want to be in life by ignoring all negative feelings. It's important to acknowledge them. Okay, come here. Okay. Oh, there's a knot. Wait. Okay, there we go. Okay. Do you want to leave your hair like that or tie it back? Okay, then let me just comb your hair back from your face a little bit. Okay. And then I'll give you this back to tie your hair back. Okay, there. How does that feel for you? Fine. Okay. And I also want you to remember that I'm always here for you. If you're sad, if you're happy, I want to share those feelings with you. And I want you to share your feelings with me. So if you're feeling frustrated because you lost the fight, I'm the person to tell, obviously, as your trainer. And I'm already adjusting your training plan schedule so that starting next week we can implement some new changes, especially if you start training with them, your opponent. And I think that your next fight, there's no chance that you will come out of it unsatisfied, no matter the result, because you will notice just how much better you've become. Okay, now I've noticed while I was doing your hair that your shoulders are a little tense. Do you mind if I massage them a little? Okay, awesome. Then just come here to me. Yeah, I love massages after a boxing fight. It's like the best feeling in the world. You should totally book like a Thai massage or something like that to loosen those muscles up. And I can assure you that tomorrow you will feel like a whole new person in a good way. And that even though you might not see it right now, there is something positive in this. I'm not a huge fan of the everything happens for a reason sentiment, because some things just hurt us so much that I can't see how there would be any reason for them to happen, because they're just so hurtful. But some things just happen, and that's okay. And there are things you can change, and things you can't change. And instead